He's Bill Ryder, and he's Ryder than you.
The program Ryder than you, sometimes.
He's a fan.
I love sports so much.
He's in your face.
I will destroy those obnoxiously arrogant, clueless, tone-deaf superstars who are marginal players, good players, who made careers, who think they're Hall of Famers.
He's nice.
I promise, we're nice here.
He's humble.
I think I'm pretty good if you're on the show about admitting if I got it wrong.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Bill Ryder.
All right, Friday show, BillRyder.substack.com. You know all the stuff. You can listen over on Apple. You can listen on Spotify. You can listen with your friends. You can listen in the air. You can listen next to the ocean. You can listen wherever the hell you want to. Thank you for hanging out. Sometimes, BillRyder.substack.com. I just let the music go for a while because one of the first times that I did the pod, Pretty Daddy was the guy with me, not Stu, who's here today. And I don't know, I've been going this long, and then he frantically was waving at me and pointing to a fake phone and doing a phone thing, and I looked at my phone. He's like, "The music is still on," in all caps. Like, hey, relax. All right, I'll pot it down, Tom. Is that what you're after? So sometimes I just let it go because it makes me laugh. Unemployment reality here, or I went out last night with a buddy, and he showed up an hour late, and I had way too many Budweisers. And then he goes, "Why do you drink Budweiser?" I don't know, man. Why are you drinking Modelo? Don't judge me. Don't judge my drinking. Judge Stu. Hi, Stewie.
That's judgmental. Why? What's wrong with Budweiser? It's not wrong with Budweiser.
It was more of like, oh, you're an old school guy. Old school. I don't know.
Okay.
Is Budweiser old school? I guess maybe it is.
It's a little, but
You fancy schmancy people.
I know that was my dad. That was my dad's. Yeah, that was my dad's beer of choice, Budweiser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your dad's a Bud man.
I have vivid memories when I was younger of him, doing all the yard work and then just sitting there after on the porch steps drinking one or two Budweisers. That's like a memory ingrained in my head.
You know who else was a Bud man?
Who's that?
But a Cubs fan was Harry Carey.
Oh.
And I met. Do you know who Harry Carey is? You do because he was.
I know who Harry Carey is. Yes.
I did. You're not Tom. I'm sorry. Like if it was Tom,
He's already getting two strays.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes in, Tommy. Tom is so lucky. We're doing Bum of the Week at the end of the show, but we're not doing it. The winner of the Ryder Than You Bracket Challenge, my dad won. My dad won, so he's picking Bum of the Week. Next week, I'm going to make Tom Bum of the Week.
Okay.
For not filling out the bracket.
That's pretty bad.
He didn't do the bracket. How did I do? He didn't even push submit.
Zero.
Then he tried to blame you. Told us yesterday you didn't send him the right link. I'm like, what?
I didn't send him any link.
Right, I sent the links.
Oh, God.
All right. How you doing, Stu? Did you have any Budweisers last night?
I did not have any Budweisers last night. No. Unfortunately, no.
Didn't we're get crazy?
No, we worked last night. Hopefully, we'll get a beer or two this weekend, maybe. We'll see.
You worked at SNY.
Yes.
You're a big Mets guy now.
A lot of Mets, a lot of Knicks at this time. Yeah, it's a lot of.
But they have the Knicks too.
They don't have the Knicks, but for the show we do at night, we do highlights for all the New York teams that are.
So you can be our Mets and our Knicks correspondent.
Sounds amazing.
I had a tipping controversy yesterday, and you know who I went to? I went to Pretty Daddy because he's a cheap SOB, and so we got into
I had reverse of a tipping controversy.
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe so. I went the other day. I went to a restaurant with my friend and his wife, and we split the bill. But I guess we both didn't realize that the tip was already accounted for on the.
Oh, that's
bill,
obnoxious.
And we still tipped 20% each. So
that pisses me off. You got to tell.
Yeah, we didn't realize, and then we were like, "This is a little more than we thought." And then we were like, "Oh, that's why."
2 nights ago, I went to a sushi place that I go to, and I couldn't get service for 30 minutes. I told the story yesterday. Nobody cares, but I'm going to tell it again because it's pertinent. I asked 4 times to order, getting more and more angry each time. And finally, I was just like, "Give me food. I am hungry." So yesterday, I was so pissed off. So then I'm like, I'm not going to tip. And then the sushi came and was so yummy that I tipped 18%, which I probably shouldn't have, right? But okay. So yesterday I'm going out with my buddy and he's showing up late. So I've taken you to the fancy schmancy steakhouse called
Oh, yeah. That place is great.
Last night was the last night that Lori and the kiddos were gone. They're flying back from Ohio.
That's right.
They were delayed. It was marvelous having time at the house to myself. So I thought I'm going to go celebrate me. And I'm just going to go to Arthur J and sit at the bar. This is the day after I couldn't get service at the sushi bar. And for 16 minutes, I could not get a person to come over and take a drink order or give me a menu. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit here
See how long
and
it takes.
stare at them. Is it my hair? Do I have a general vibe of like vagrancy? I don't. What's and there was a couple sitting there. I'm at the bar. Wraps around. The wall is on my left. There's an old. They were fighting like this, like 70-year-old couple. He's like,
Oh.
I don't want to. And she's like, too bad. He's like, he's like drinking his martini. I'm like, okay. I see these guys. Okay.
Welcome to be married for 50 years.
And I'm just because the day before I was looking around, I was flapping my arms, I was asking, can I please see my waitress or waiter? This time I just stared at the bartender, and they just looked at me and looked away. And finally, after 16 or 17 minutes, someone goes, do you need a? I'm like, yeah, I want this and this and this, and bring me a menu, please. And they're like, okay. And the old guy, all of a sudden I hear goes, that took a while, didn't it? And I go, it did take a while. You had a lot of patience, young man. And then he drank more of his martini. I'm like, well, I was about to lose my patience, sir. And he goes, well, it's a virtue. And I just was wondering, Stu, why are people, is it the hair? I mean, those of you, obviously, this is a podcast. If you're not watching over on BillRutter.substack.com, I've not cut my hair in a long time. I'm letting it grow. It's a choice now. It's a big fro. I like it. Not everyone does. Eric Spitz did not like it. I saw Spitz the other day.
Not like it. Wow.
He's not a fan. He thought it was funny, but I said if I ever get a job, I'm going to keep it. And he said I would rethink that. Is it the hair? What do you think? Have you ever been a waiter? What's going on here?
I've never been a waiter. I've never done a job like that. I don't think I would like doing a job
why
like
no
that,
one wants to bring me? Because I'm willing to pay for the food. I'm not asking for it for free. Like, you know, the old social contract at the restaurant. Hi there, person that brings food. I will tell you what I want. You bring it to me. Then I'm going to pay the owner of this restaurant for the food, but I'm also going to give you 25% of the total that you can then go order your own food with if you bring me the food.
I just feel like service has gotten worse and worse and worse. And then they want more tip. They want either a guaranteed tip or they want
2 days in a row.
It's not 18. Now it's 20. Now it's 25. Now it's 30. It's like 30%. I'm not giving you 30%.
I do 30. I tip really well. When I was in college, there's a place called Ernie's in Columbia, Missouri. And I was so poor in college, right? My dad had lost his job. I think he had a job by then, but I lost his job. I started college and then got it back, but didn't have a lot of money in the beginning, and I had no cash. And like all of us, I was really poor. And I went to this place called Ernie's. It was a breakfast spot. And I mean, dude, the food would be $7, right? $6 for, and I would, if I got a $7 bill, I would tip $5 just to,
okay.
And what I would 100% that thing. Like, and I didn't, and every time I showed up there, had a table immediately, had coffee. I'm a big believer in like tipping well and the karma behind it. I just don't understand.
But not when it's not deserved. Not when the service is terrible or you're waiting 17 minutes or any of that.
Like, I feel like I've lost some weight. If it was 8 months ago, maybe it would just be the waiter being like, I'm going to do you a favor and not bring you food. This is a gift, Ryder. I see you. That's why I'm not bringing you anything. I'll bring you a salad even if you don't ask for it. But I don't know. All right. Great podcast. Welcome to the show. Can't Get Served by Bill Ryder. Here's what I wanted to talk to you about. Speaking of can't get served, speaking of a lack of service, okay? NBA playoffs are around the corner. The play-in games feel fairly meaningless this time. There have been times in the past where I've sort of convinced myself, okay, if the Warriors get through, and they'll be in the play-in this, if the Warriors get through, they have a ceiling. If the Lakers get through, they'll have is there a single team in the play-in, I'm looking at this, that you think is even remotely capable of doing anything?
No.
Agreed.
Maybe the Hornets. But no, probably not. Probably not, because they're going to play the Pistons or the Celtics, and the Pistons and the Celtics are both very good teams. So, yeah, I don't think there's any chance of anything really interesting happening there.
If I show up at the sushi restaurant or the steak place and I sit down at the counter, my expectation is someone will come take my food order.
It's fair expectation.
Has it gone that way? It's my expectation. Yep. If I go to watch an NBA game toward the end of the season, as we're gearing up for the playoffs, and in some cases there's still seeding on the line, my expectation is that I'm going to see superstars. And the argument, Tom made this yesterday, for the NBA being in a better place than baseball, I'm not sure that I think it is, but Tom does.
Either. Yeah,
I think baseball's having a moment. Tom doesn't, but Tom always is, Okay, is the superstars. Yesterday, Jaylen Brown out. Joel Embiid, and I shouldn't laugh, but he's out with appendicitis. Appendicitis?
You can't make it up. You can't make it up with him anymore.
Joel Embiid has had his left arm removed. I mean, what? Okay, Embiid was out. Steph was out yesterday. Obviously, Luka and Austin Reeves were out. I mean, Lakers Warriors should be a good game. It was basically a who's who of who's nobody. On Wednesday, Anthony Edwards missed a game. Giannis is obviously in this weird situation with the Milwaukee Bucks. Wembanyama's hurt. What is going on with the NBA, man? Like I'm ready to lock back in. It's a me thing, right? It's not you, NBA. It's me. I try to tell myself, and I go to watch some of these games, and nobody's playing, dude. Everyone's out.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's one of those things where, and I know there's been a lot of talk about the 65 game minimum and getting these guys to play, but I'm sure it's going to be different once we hit the playoffs. At least the guys that are just day to day.
Why would you even go to a game? Can you imagine like spending the money on your kid? Okay, all right. I'm gonna take Austin Reeves out of this. Okay, Jaylen Brown, Embiid, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Wembanyama. Those are 7 of the top players in the NBA right now. 15?
Sure, yeah.
Just because Steph's a little older? 10, top 10? I mean, maybe they're all top. That's insane, dude.
I would just think if you had tickets for Knicks Celtics yesterday, and it's never cheap going to a game at the Garden. I'm sure that was like something to get in, $200 something to get in. And then, oh, by the way, Jaylen Brown's out tonight because of left Achilles tendonitis.
Right. It's an Achilles bull snapitis.
So basically, he is sitting out because he has played in 70 games this year. You know, he's played. He needs a rest day, which is what they're telling you basically.
What's the solution here? Because when I was covering the NBA full time, and I would go to New York a lot because CBS Sports has a big New York office, and I would go into the city and I would go to the NBA office and I would take out various league officials and sources for drinks and dinner. And when I was out with people that were NBA league sources, right, like largely people who work in the NBA league office or NBA employees who are sort of Adam Silver adjacent, they were clearly, I would say, what would you like to drink? And they would say, I think this 65 game threshold is everything. I'm like, okay, well, we can get to that in a second, but do you want a Budweiser, a water? And they would get right into their talking points. They were instructed to sell Silver's vision of, we got to get guys to play. And I would go a lot, even when things were starting to turn, this is a year ago, they would be very adamant that this is the move. And I understood it. I want guys to play. It's been a total disaster. The requirement's obviously a problem because it hasn't worked. And you're going to have an all-NBA team that's going to include Stuart Kovacs on it. Because he's going to be the only person who qualifies. Good job, Stu. You did. You know what I mean? Well,
hey!
And it's become a mockery, and it's become a laughing stock, and people think so, right? I got it. Like the NBA, in NBA circles, if you read The Athletic, every day it feels like they're talking about how stupid these rules are for the threshold. On the other hand, there is a problem, and guys aren't playing. And guys are also getting injured. It's not like Luka Doncic is pretending to be hurt. I don't know what. Is it fewer games, which is never. I don't know what the solution is to.
I think that's the solution. It's playing 65 games, but
65 games.
I don't think obviously the league or the players are going to go for that. For what would that be, like 15% less salary, less revenue? Like that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? If anything, they want more games and more money. And more TV deals and all of that. So I don't know. And I don't know if there is, unless you structured a contract in a way where the players get this much and then you get this amount if you play 60 games. This amount.
That's a good idea.
65. This.
Yeah.
And if you get hurt, you get hurt. Like that's just what it is. Like there's nothing you can do about it. But
and guys are playing through injury. And let me ask you this question. Now I'm gonna ask you something you're not gonna be able to get your mind around. Okay. This is like me going to a restaurant expecting to get service. This is not how the world works, okay? Not. But let's say you had a job. Let's say that I had a job, a full-time job, not Substack where you get nothing and I get a little something. And thank you to everyone who supports us, BillRutter.substack.com. And you were working 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. Let's say you were still at the Infinity Sports Network, which turned out, as I've noted, not to be infinite. but still, great name.
That's true.
Would you have been willing? Did you like that? Would you have been willing to work 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week, but lose that percentage, 40% of your income?
No.
Neither will NBA players. That's the deal. They're just gonna be like, ugh, fine.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not going to agree to
yes.
this, right? Like that's the other problem, and it'd have to be something that's agreed to. And
Can I make one more case for the obvious of why Silver, I think, is right, even though there's no solution? Okay. And again, Tom doesn't agree with me because he's want, but I am gonna watch any Wembanyama game. Any Spurs playoff game, if Wemby's playing,
sure,
I'm 100% in. I don't care who they're. I find him to be almost as mesmerizing. He's not as good yet. Almost as mesmerizing as Shohei Ohtani. He reminds me of Shohei when we first realized Shohei could pitch and hit with the Angels, and it was, oh, this is real. I'm going to watch this. Okay. I am not that interested in a lot. I will watch, but I'm not drawn to a lot of other teams. I should be drawn to Anthony Edwards. I have been in the past. For whatever reason, I'm not that interested. I should be drawn to Jaylen Brown because he's had a career year. He is the best player on maybe the best team in certainly maybe in the Eastern Conference, with all respect to Detroit. I just, some of these storylines, I'm just not into the way that I need to be. And I wonder if maybe some of it is because, like Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, I think Doc Rivers is a joker. I really do. But I've always loved watching Giannis play. And I'm not invested in Giannis. And I know that they're not going to make the playoffs. But in the past, even they were like a lower seed, I would tune in. I want to see Doc lose. That was fun. But I want to see Giannis compete. What teams are must watch for you this playoffs? Because for me, it's Wembanyama,
Thunder.
the Spurs.
I think Thunder's still there if they're playing. Like it's not Thunder if they're playing the Trailblazers or the Clippers. Like
That's the
they're
thing.
gonna
I'm
win
not
that. They're gonna win that in
interested.
4.
Yeah. I'm looking at these teams right now. I'm like,
it's the Celtics, kind of.
I'm kind of interested in the Knicks.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not that interested, man.
But even as good as like the Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets, and Timberwolves are, especially the Lakers, if they're banged up, like none of these teams really do it for me. And that's crazy that the Denver Nuggets have Jokic,
Right?
And I'm like, all right, we'll see.
Right.
Maybe I'll put it on. Maybe not.
Maybe I'll tune in. Maybe we'll all get hooked when
Maybe.
April 17th rolls around or whatever the actual playoffs are.
And once we get deep into the playoffs, for sure. But in terms of just like the first round matchups, like I don't know.
Some of it's not the NBA's fault. I'm telling you, I really had come around to, just because of the numbers and what the Lakers had done going back to February 2nd or 3rd. They were elite over almost 30 game sample size. And then the entire season fell apart with injury. That's not Adam Silver's fault. That's not the NBA's fault. That's not the Lakers. It's just, I don't know what the solution is when Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic both get injured at the end of a season.
This also would never happen, but what if they made the playoffs smaller? And I know it's not going to happen. Heck, they made the playoffs bigger.
Less teams, yeah.
Like 1 to 4 get in, and the play-in is, and then maybe there's a bye involved. Maybe like 4 and 5 have. But again, like
I don't know. Yeah,
we don't need 10 teams in each conference having a chance at this point, and we don't need 8 after that. Like it's just too many teams.
I don't mind experiments. I don't mind trying stuff. I actually don't think the in-season tournament is that interesting, but I want them to keep going. Keep trying. Like give that some time. I know why Silver did what he did to expand the playoffs and have the play, and he wanted to match this goal of parity with the opportunity for multiple teams to compete, right? Sort of create what happens in the National Football League, which is a lot of teams and a lot of fan bases can genuinely think they have a chance. The problem is, and maybe it's just Sam Presti's too good at his job. We went from an era of LeBron and the Warriors dominating to the Thunder now. Does anyone actually think anyone's going to win the NBA championship this year that's not the Thunder? Maybe I would take the field, but I'm probably taking the Thunder.
Probably taking the Thunder
over the field, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go over the field as a whole. Yeah, I would say the Spurs have the best chance, but
I agree. And they've had their number, and they're not afraid of them.
That's the only. If that wasn't the case, if that was flipped, or if that was 3-2 or whatever, I'd be like, that means nothing. Like, you know, give me the Thunder for sure. And it's still probably the Thunder, but I don't know. Celtics, Pistons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I just so you have this illusion of parity, but there is no parity, and I don't know I don't know how you solve and the thing is, Silver didn't want dominant teams, even when those dominant teams were LeBron or the Warriors, like the Beatles, right? I lived in Oklahoma City when I was a kid for a few years. My brother was born there. I like the city. I got nothing against the city. If the commissioner of the National Basketball Association does not want the Lakers or the Celtics or the Warriors to dominate every year, right? If he wants parity, which is what he wants, how the CBA is constructed, he certainly does not want Oklahoma City, one of the smallest markets in America, American sports, to dominate every single year.
No.
There's a lot. I don't know. There's a lot of problems for hoops.
Yeah, he wants Boston, New York, LA.
But he didn't set it up that way. I think he wanted I think he wanted everyone to have a chance, and it's just they don't. I mean, if you took the Thunder out of the this is the thing. If you took the Thunder out of the mix, if they just vanish, you're not a big Marvel guy, right? But if we blipped the Thunder, do you get that reference? Would Angie get it?
No.
We blip them. We Thanos them. We just snap our fingers. They all know.
They're gone. Okay.
I'm gonna ruin. I just ruined a movie for you when you watch with your kids in like 20 years. You don't even have kids yet that we know of. So there, got in there. That's
You did.
Yeah,
Hey.
Thank you. If you got rid of the Thunder, I think it would actually be wide open this year. I mean, the Celtics have a really good chance with Tatum back, but in that case, you could probably make the case for a lot of teams, and so maybe in a world without the Thunder, would the NBA be more interesting? Maybe it would be.
So we eliminate the Thunder and we solve all the problems.
Okay, so Adam Silver is just going to announce at a press
the
conference.
Thunder are banned.
They are banned from the season. Sorry, guys. All right, I had nothing to talk about today, and now it's 22 minutes in. This is the magic you get at BillRider.substack.com. What's Bill going to talk about? Was he able to order an overpriced steak? My God, dude, I don't mind spending money on food, even if I don't have any. It's easier to spend money when you have no money. By the way, have you found this? I have.
Yeah.
No? Because here's the thing. Here's my little comparison. When the entire house is on fire, you don't really care if the car catches on fire. Like, okay, I guess that's going to. I got the bill for this steak. I didn't even mind how much the total was. I'm like, that's weird. The steak is so much. They jacked the steak up by $20 more than There's steak inflation now? Like whatever's going on in Iran, like there's steakflation? Where did that come from?
Yikes. Yeah.
Did they close the Strait of Beef as well? Why is my steak $1,000? Okay,
it's bad. It's very bad at times.
I know. I didn't like it. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna fake break. Whenever I fake break, I'm like, Tom, don't talk. He's like, okay. And he's like hitting the microphone. It's like we're in the fake break. Yeah, Angie's your girl. Sorry, Rebecca. That'd be real awkward. That would be
awkward.
You're gonna want to mute that, Tom. Rebecca, groceries. Okay. I'm a great person. All right, let's fake break this thing. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Righter Than You.
And that was a quick trigger. I faked. Wow. That was like,
That brings me back to the day of the trigger finger with the callers when you had the call.
Oh, yeah.
You were trigger fingering them.
I hang up on them in an accident. So Tom, what do you? Sorry, bro.
Yeah. So I think
the doctor. I was wondering. Don't let Ryder have access to the buttons.
Oh, that's great. It's amazing.
My friend's a jerk. You should. Oh, then like last night, I'm like, dude, it was like midnight, bro. I gotta go and get up and do BillRider.substack.com. He's like, all right, and the bartender was listening, and I'd put down some beers, and then the bartender just started bringing us beers, and I'm like, did you order this? And my buddy's like, no, and the bartender's like, it's from me, bro. You got this. I'm like, I just told you I gotta get up at 6 a.m.
You got this. Here's another beer. Exactly what you need here.
You got to drink those. So that's the thing. If I go to a fancy schmancy sushi or steak place, I can't get service. If I go to a dive bar, they're giving. Are you here, beer guy? Here's some free beers. Yeah. Also, last night, I think I shouldn't name who it is, but last night behind me were 4 or 5 people who were so drunk and obnoxious that they were singing like sweet and they were a major sports team's PR person, a beat writer, and another beat. Look, I go out drinking with sources, but this was arms around each other, sloppy.
Weird.
I was weird, and I know. I'm like, that's. Should you get? It wasn't Diana Rossini.
I was
Mike
gonna say,
Vrabel.
was it
like,
Rossini
it wasn't
situation?
fingers interlocked, but it was. I don't know, man. Like, this is a little. You're in public.
That's weird.
I wouldn't do that if it was your like boys, but aren't you guys? It was just a little strange.
That's
a little
weird.
weird. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Sloppy. These guys were falling down, drunk, yelling.
Singing, yelling,
Yeah. Or they have no social norms. Maybe they were stone cold sober. I mean, it was a very strange kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you're a big Mets guy now. You're working at SNY, which is the TV station in New York. If you were out with all the Mets, would you have your arm around them and falling down
probably
singing?
No, I probably wouldn't be dancing with Todd Zeal and singing karaoke with Todd Zeal and
Todd Zeal, sweet Todd Zeal. All right. So here, it's a Friday show, man.
It is a Friday.
We don't know. We don't know where it's gonna go. So I'm gonna say something, and then you need to tell me that I'm an idiot if you want to.
Okay.
I've spent a lot of my career criticizing teams, making fun of teams when they lose. I didn't realize how much some people in Wisconsin don't like me. I used AI the other day, and they're all mad at me for my Aaron Rodgers takes and my Doc Rivers takes from over the years. And just part of the job is, even when people go through suffering, and I mean their team suffering, like their team is bad and they have heartbreak, and we got to talk about it. I can't explain to you what broke inside of me Wednesday, but when Barcelona lost that game to Atletico Madrid,
Bro,
my buddy started, my buddy who's an Atleti fan started texting me, and I literally wrote him, you're my guy, I hate you, shut up and don't write me for like a week, I can't talk to you. I am so disillusioned, dude. I hate soccer, even though I don't hate it. The pain of it.
It's so painful when it doesn't go well. It's so painful.
It reminds me of an episode from House. Have you ever seen House?
I've seen House. Dr. House. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's such a great show. Okay.
Great show.
So there's an episode where there's a beautiful woman, and she's sick, and she's like the hottest sick person ever, and she has seduced her colleague, and he's married, and she ruins the relationship, but then she actually betrays him and steals his clients. I don't know. Yeah. Turns out she's a sociopath, right? I'm going somewhere with this. She's a sociopath. And Dr. House, we got to figure out what's wrong. And there's some neurons, I don't know. Science is blocked. So basically, when they cure her of her sickness, they also cure her sociopathy. And so there's this moment where she's like, what am I feeling? And they go, you're feeling the guilt of all the terrible things you've done as a sociopath, because whatever she had changed her brain to be a sociopath. And then she starts crying. It's like, oh my God, I shouldn't have. That's how I felt at the Barcelona game. I was like, what is this feeling I feel? I'm sorry. I made fun of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now I feel your pain. I don't know, dude. I'm in this I'm so emotionally affected by another bleeping red card that we did not deserve. Do you think that was a red card? You're wrong if you say yes. You didn't control the ball, Stu.
I know. It was one of those when you freeze it, it was choppy. So my guy is Savan Kovac, the Romanian referee, who is not a good referee.
Terrible referee.
Last few years. He's terrible. He's been bad in other games before too, but you had that. You had the picking up the ball, which was more of a VAR thing than him. That was another. What the hell?
But everyone saw it. Like Lamine saw it.
Yeah, everyone saw it. Fans saw it.
Yep.
Koke should have been off in
he had 3 yellow cards.
Game. Yeah, somehow he got 1. I know.
Kicked. Those of you that aren't soccer fans, it's all stuff that happened in the game.
And and this was not officiating, but how frustrating was Rashford? I feel like he had 4 amazing chances.
Oh my God, dude! Lamine
scuffed him on, and
I know.
I
still think they can win the tie. They go to Madrid on Tuesday. I know it's gonna be hard. It's
gonna be hard. And and how they play, they're gonna play with 8 defenders, and they're gonna interlock and stand in front of the net for 90 minutes and just.
There's only 11 people on the field, but somehow Diego Simeone's gonna have 12 guys behind the ball. It's gonna be an absent, and then the rest.
And then they're gonna get another red card, and then
13 guys, right? Yeah,
and they're gonna add 1. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just the pain.
It's a painful sport. It is a painful sport when your team doesn't play well, or blows a lead or the ref screw, like it just sticks with you too. This is gonna stick with you the whole week. And
dude,
if they don't win on Tuesday,
I'm
it's
affected.
gonna stick with you for 4 or 5 months.
And
It's terrible.
to do this job, to do the job we do,
Yeah.
you have to be willing to be honest, and you have to be willing to be critical, and you have to be willing people to be mad at you, and you can become a little hardened to the sort of suffering of sports fans. I the Cubs winning the World Series in 2016 was the last time I was emotional about a sport until I got into soccer. And I was, and all the years where they failed, I was emotional. But when you cover this stuff up close and personal, right? I went to Missouri, and I was a big Mizzou fan for a while. And some of those Missouri coaches, when I was at the Kansas City Star, and some of the people in the athletic department were jerk butts. You know, they were jerk butts too. And then I kind of liked. Where's the old name drop? I got to know Bill Self, and I liked him. And I got to know Frank Martin, and I really liked him. And I got to know Scott Drew, and I liked him. And all of a sudden, I'd be watching Baylor or K-State or Kansas and be like, I hope they beat Missouri. And so the Missouri thing kind of went away. And I'm a Bears fan, but I hate them because they're contemptible for most of my life. So that was, easy to like kind of be a nerd about. I'd be angry, but I wouldn't be as emotional. And my family became Kansas City adjacent fans because they live there. But I covered the Chiefs back in the day, and they were not fun to deal with. Now, this wasn't the Andy Reid era. This wasn't the Mahomes era. I like Clark Hunt, but I like the Chiefs. But if they lost, my heart wasn't broken. Barcelona soccer has brought me back and reminded me what it's like for all the people that listen to this show when a team that you love goes down. And I'm not going to be more sensitive about it, but I just understand. I don't know if I'm making any sense. It just reminded me why people love sports and the way that it really, the joy of winning is great. Having your soul ripped from your chest is more painful on the bad side than I think the joy is great. The few times I've experienced that as a sports fan.
Yeah. Yeah, and in soccer, like you give up that goal in the 94th minute, it's just like
thanks for bringing that up. Last year against Center.
Well, that's
that pain is still there. Yeah.
I mean, as a Liverpool fan, they've done that like 10 times this year.
They do. I didn't even watch. Did they? I couldn't even.
They lost 2-0 at PSG, and it probably should have been 5 or 6-0. We played a back five, and we had like center backs pressing and wide open gaps in the middle of the field.
I need Bayern to win the whole thing. It's not Barcelona. I cannot take PSG or Real Madrid.
I could definitely not take Real Madrid. I can't take Arsenal.
Oh yeah, I can't take Arsenal.
Than those two.
Give me Bayern.
I also don't want Atleti either. Like I don't like Simeone, so it would probably be between Bayern and you guys. Like
yeah, if it's not Liverpool
final, but we'll see what happens.
Anything else before we get to bum of the week? This is an off the rails kind of pod.
This is kind of off the rails. Yeah, I mean, I know we have the Masters going on. I have not.
Do you care? I don't care
yet, and I probably will not tune into a second until Sunday afternoon if it is close. But even then, I'm not really. I can't even fake it.
Rory's on the board, right? So I actually saw it this morning. I might go.
He's tied for the lead right now. Yeah.
So what hole's he on? I'll actually when we get done, I'll probably
start. He didn't start today yet.
Okay, good. So I will probably watch a little Rory today because I do.
45 your time. He starts.
I like Rory.
Yeah.
Kind of. He's got a little punkish at times.
Sure.
Can you do an Irish accent? Can you do a Rory accent?
I don't think so.
Top of the morning to you. I'm Rory McIlroy. And I'm mad you asked me a question about the golf. How dare you?
It's pretty good.
That's okay. No, you're right. That was awesome.
But I can't even eat like when we used to do shows, and it was like more captivating at least with Tiger. But I could at least get into it. I could watch a little Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday watch a majority. But I can't do that. I just can't do it. I don't care.
Tom and I had this talk yesterday. I think baseball's having a moment. That was the term that Omaha Productions used when they announced that Jeff Passan was getting a podcast there. Oh. And Tom totally disagreed and thought it was just because I don't have to watch NBA anymore. But
why? I don't understand. Like, okay, it's not football. We're not saying it's football or college football, but like it's in a good spot considering they're going into a year where we might not have baseball for a few months or longer. But
it's March, dude. It's like It's April. It's not March. I don't know the days of the week or the months of the year.
Sometime in the spring. Yeah. And I just think with the Dodgers are super interesting. Both New York teams are
Yes.
interesting as well.
Yep.
The
The Cubs
really,
have a really exciting young player. I mean, that like
well, that's the
I'm
thing.
just
There's so many
watching.
good young players. Look
Yeah.
at the Pirates bringing up Connor Griffin finally, and you have Paul Skeens.
We drafted him early in the fantasy league.
I know. I'm
we also
jealous.
drafted a terrible team, so it's kind of a mixed bag. How's your team doing?
I lost to Kluger week 1.
You played the Kluger?
Annoyingly, it was like 5-5 the whole week, and he got like
Yeah.
2 categories the last day, so that was a little annoying. And I
Sure.
am beating Ward right now, I believe 5-3-2 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, at least as of last night, that's what
You
it
guys
was.
work together.
We do.
Little SNY on SNY
Yeah.
crime.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, but I think it's in a good spot. Like, again, I'm not gonna lie and say it's the most popular sport. It's probably never going to be that like it was in the 1920s, 1930s, etc.
Well, I think it's doing better than hoops.
I think it's better than basketball. I think
Yeah.
it's a better product.
I think it's a better product. That's what it comes to. And maybe next year everyone will be healthy and won't sit out, and it'll be.
And they've done a great job with some of the adjustments with the pitch clock, and I think the ABS has been really good. I think it's going to make calls right, and it's pretty instantaneous. You're not waiting a minute. Look at basketball. You get a review under the 2 minutes, and then all the free throws at the end of the game. It's painful.
It's hard to watch the end of the game. It's hard to watch the end of the game. Yeah.
Even Angie will make a joke. It'll be like 90 seconds left in the game, and she's like, "Okay, so this game will be over in what, 20 minutes?" I'm like, "That sounds about right."
So I actually, and you know this. You talk to me. I have no real bitterness about not working. I have no bitterness about not doing the radio show. Like, I love the people at Odyssey, and I'm not that mad about CBS. Like, there were some people that could have been a little more gracious as I exited, but that's fine. But I'm not mad, right? I'm not screw the NBA. You just hit on the reason I think I haven't watched hoops. Some of it was being forced to watch it for years, but some of it was I watched games every night and did TV hits, and I never even thought of this. Watching the last 2 minutes, which was really the last 30 minutes for 2 years.
It's so bad.
Like, I would enjoy. It's not a bad life to be paid to watch sports, right? I'd be watching whatever Warriors, Lakers when that was a real game, like when that mattered.
Yeah.
And I would be, that's just exciting. And then we get to the last 2 minutes, it would take 38 minutes, and I never even thought of it. You're right. The end of the games are hard to watch, and everybody remembers the ending. Doesn't matter how good a Game of Thrones was for most of those seasons. The last season was so bad, everyone hates it. That's part of the NBA's problem too. Is the end is excruciating to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
great
so
talk.
bad. And no other. And like I said, baseball they've fixed that. You're not gonna have closers walking around the mound for 45 seconds, and it's gonna get to it. You're getting right to it.
Yep.
Even soccer, it's going to be 6 minutes of stoppage time, and it's going to be 2 hours. Exactly, it's going to be 2 hours.
If it's Barcelona and they're down, there'll be 1 minute of stoppage time. If it's Real Madrid and they're down, it'll be 12 minutes of stoppage time. But I get your general point. I hate Real Madrid so much. I hate them with such a.
They lost. I was excited. They lost to Mallorca last week.
Oh, I was too. I hate watch sometimes, and I woke up late that day, or late-ish. It was early my time. Woke up at 8:30 in the morning or something, and I forgot that game was on, and I was scrolling, and it was as if a lightning bolt struck the ground in front of me and left a treasure. That was how magical that experience was when I saw Real Madrid had lost to Mallorca.
It's great.
Let's go. All right. Fake break. We're not going to time this thing. I'm not going to. I'm going to be a little slower this time. Here we go. We'll be right back on our fake break.
You're listening to Writer Than You.
I thought Denzel as Coach Boone was very good in it. Oh boy, this is going to be a long segment. He definitely commands a screen. He's a great presence. He's a very powerful, actor. I don't know what else you want me to describe it.
Really searching for that word.
Really powerful. He's a great actor.
It's Writer Than You with Bill Writer.
There is zero chance you watched Remember the Titans. There's zero chance you went to the John Wick at the movie theater. You just tell the truth now.
I did. I watched
You
both. I
didn't
saw
go
Wick in the
to.
theater, and I watched Remember the Titans in front of my TV at my parents' house in my room. I remember doing it.
You did not. By the way, apropos of nothing, liars lie. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right.
Hallelujah. I'm a bum.
All he's doing is a whole lot of damn nothing.
I'm a bum. I'm a bum.
They're a bunch of dubs.
Who's the bum this week? Let's find out on Writer Than You.
I know it's bum of the week. I just really quickly. I just got a text message from a number I don't recognize.
Oh,
Let's do a casual dinner tomorrow. Claire, how does that sound? Does this work? Are there people who are like, okay,
I'm in.
I get these spam like, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, that's because you're a bot trying to steal my money. I want to write Claire back and just go, yeah, I'm in for dinner.
Yeah,
Meet me at Joe's in Union Square. I get text
messages from people trying to buy my parents' house all the time.
Do you really?
And I just, yeah.
You should sell it. See what happens.
Should sell it. See what happens. Get that
Collect the
money.
money. Collect that cash. Do it. You should sell Tom's house and see what happens.
Sure, he'll be thrilled, as he always is.
He's always thrilled. Oh, Tommy. All right, so this week's a little bit different. This week is the winner of the Writer Than You Bracket Challenge. It selects, and my dad won.
Yay!
Which is really funny. My dad and my brother were in an office pool, and they got first and second. My brother got first somehow in that. All right, here we go. Dad Writer, Dave Writer, picking bum of the week. So he got into it. First, he gave us the nominees.
Oh, okay. He did just give us one. He gave us this is great.
He held on to a 20-year grudge for this first one.
Oh no!
I love this. Stuart Cope. No, I was kidding. Dad did not nominate you. Dad did not nominate you. Kirk and Mary Ferentz, the head coach of the University of Iowa football team, and his wife, Mary. So I pulled this story on the air, but I hadn't entirely remembered it properly. My parents were on a cruise. It was an Iowa Hawkeyes cruise. You know, you can go on like a Disney cruise or a poker cruise or a Two Girls Stew cruise or whatever.
Yes.
They went on an Iowa cruise. All the coaches were there. My parents got to know I didn't know this part, got to know one of the assistant coaches. Guy was super cool, and they were talking, and my parents are very chill. My parents are not going to go ask for an autograph. They're not going to bother a famous person. They're very leave people alone, right? And the assistant coach goes, you got to come meet Kirk and Mary. And my parents like, all right. And he's like, come on, I'll introduce you. And they go over. So it's not, in my memory, Mom and Dad just walked up to Kirk and Mary Ferentz. Said, hey, I'm on the cruise. No. An assistant coach took them over, and Kirk and Mary were so rude and so awful that my parents have not liked Kirk since. So they're nominated for Bum of the Week. That was 20 years ago. Also, this was before Kirk hatched a plan to destroy offense. All right, let's see if we can
score 3 points and win.
Yeah. Is it possible? I've got this kid over here. I'm going to raise him to be anti-offense. I'm going to make him the anti-offensive coordinator.
He's the Diego Simeone of college football.
Yep. Okay, the refs in the NCAA tournament are nominated. Okay.
Any specific
they did not like
reason?
The way that the Iowa game was officiated.
Okay.
Now, does that feel accurate to you? Did you feel like Iowa got a raw deal?
I didn't. Now, as a neutral who didn't really care
right.
I didn't feel that way in the moment, but
I don't know. I
don't know.
Audie Crooks is nominated. Who is that, you ask? She is an Iowa State or was an Iowa State basketball player.
Transfer portal, right?
Beloved and supported by Cyclones fans. The cornerstone of what they did, and then she transferred in what was described by my father as a betrayal.
Wow.
Betrayal.
Okay.
Yeah. Audie, you're a Crooks. Okay. And Gino, I can never say his last name.
Auriemma. Yeah.
After 4 decades, I wrote this down. My dad was so pissed off when he said, he's like, so I called Dad and Mom, and Dad's like, all right, I'm going to think about it. I'm like, really? And then they called me back with their list. After 4 decades of dominance, he can't take one defeat and won't be gracious, even though he expected that graciousness from every other coach over his 4 decades of dominance. That's what we call a hypocrite, Dad.
Yeah.
And the bum of the week, the final, is good. No, I'm just kidding.
Tom DiCelestino, congrats!
You did it. for being a terrible sport, for humiliating yourself, for taking away the moment of one of your contemporaries, for looking like a child, for being a baby. Gino Bummeretta, you're the bum of the week, bro.
That's your bum of the week. On Lighter Than You.
I try to get Dad. I try to push Dad toward my brother Bob, but he's like, I couldn't push too hard.
Yeah,
Because then that can boomerang, right?
could. I tell you, Esteban Kovac would have been a very high nominee on your list this week if you had the
100%.
choice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Esteban Splotch. I'm just gonna call him Splotch because that's what he is. He's a splotch of a dude. I'm not even.
That's-
Everybody complains about the officiating and all that, and I'm used to it. By the way, Barcelona always gets.
Oh, they get red carded. I feel like every big
Every
Champions
time.
League game they get red carded. Something. Yeah, it's absurd.
It also wasn't a red card initially, so he went to the.
He
screen.
overturned it. Yeah.
Look at and the other thing is they freeze frame it. Just show whatever. I'm not even want. They're on my timeline because I'm a Barcelona fan.
sure it
There's
was
all
bad.
of these. There's all of this, just like where the ball's behind Gino, not Gino,
Gee.
Simeone, and
Yeah.
he's like kicking his leg back. I'm so over it. Claire, I didn't write Claire back, by the way. I didn't.
You're listening.
I did the buttons again. There it is. I was on a streak of no button malfunctions. Dang.
Almost made a whole show. 46 minutes. You almost did it.
How am I going to tag this show? Like, what am I going to write in the description? Bill talks about the fact he couldn't order a steak. That'll be sign up for money.
The NBA sucks.
The NBA sucks, and so does Bill's ability to order food. Sponsored by Substack. All right, Stewie. We'll see you all
See you,
later.
Bill.
Have a good weekend, buddy. Just muted Stu. He's out. I can say whatever I want.